Rum and Coke with a Twist, written by Joe McGaha. All right, Rum and Coke with a Twist. Exterior, residential street, Los Angeles, night. Subtitle fades in, Los Angeles, 1954. Joe Mallows, 37, a Los Angeles police officer, drives a patrol car with his partner, John Williams, 32.
And quiet tonight, huh, Joe?
Don't say that, Johnny. You'll jinx us.
You're not superstitious, are you, Joe?
You know that I am. What are you fooling around with me tonight? Johnny, you want to get into a fight?
No, I'm just trying to make conversation. Have you heard from your brother lately?
Johnny? No, he's been quiet lately. Last I heard, he was working at a casino in Vegas. I'm sure he'll call when his money runs out.
Some folks never grow up.
As they turn a corner, a car shoots out the front of their patrol car.
Light her up.
Righto.
John turns on the sirens and the lights, and the car pulls over immediately. John approaches from the driver's side while John comes up from the passenger side. As they look in the car, it appears to be empty. The Joe looks down and sees Billy Parker, 7, sitting in the driver's seat.
I think we have our suspect, John. What's your name, son?
Billy Parker.
Billy, step out of the car, please.
Joe rolls his eyes while John laughs hysterically at the situation. We see them walk Billy up to his house and ring the doorbell. Mr. Parker, 35, opens the door.
Mr. Parker?
We see Mr. Parker gulp a little to see his police officers on either side of his little boy.
Yeah?
Interior, Los Angeles Police Station, squad room, night. Joe is contemplating the reports for the night. 2 other officers wrap up their reports and begin to head out. Officer Jones, 28, a wisecracking cop who likes to give Joe a hard time, stops by Joe before heading out. Chief Madison, 60, is heading into the to check on Joe.
Hey, Joe, I heard about your big bust.
Not now, Jonesy. I'm not in the mood.
Who's next on your list? The Little Rascals?
Yeah, keep walking.
We're all heading to the Brown Derby to blow off some steam. You want to come?
I don't know. I may see you there.
All right. I'll let you know if I see any suspicious kids wandering around the place.
Would you take a walk already?
Sheesh, what a grouch.
Officer Jones leaves.
Mallows.
Hey, Chief.
Rough night.
Not too bad.
It's about to get worse. We got a telegram for you today at the station. I figured I'd better pass the news on to you myself.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's your brother.
Johnny? Is he in trouble again?
No, son. I'm afraid he's dead.
Dead? How?
I really don't know. It happened in Havana.
Cuba? The last I heard, Johnny was working in Vegas.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. Did they give you any more information?
The chief reaches into his pocket and hands Joe the telegram.
Here's all they sent. Not a whole lot of information, unfortunately.
Damn it. Chief, I think I'm going to have to go out there and claim the body.
Well, you have some time off coming to you. I'm assuming it won't take more than a week or 2.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll be in and out of there quickly. Thanks, Chief.
You bet. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Sure thing. I better go turn in this paperwork.
Interior, Joe Mallows' house night. Joe sits in his living room drinking a highball, listening to the radio and reading a letter from Johnny.
Dear Joe, I know we haven't talked much in the past few years. You went into law enforcement and I went another way. I know I've been a disappointment to the family, especially to you and Dad, but I think things are finally starting to go my way. I got a job working for one of the casino bosses in Las Vegas. I'm basically an executive assistant, although I don't really have an official title. They have me doing anything from making bank runs to submitting paperwork to the city. It's boring work for the most part, but hey, it's legit. I should have a couple weeks off for Christmas. I'd love to come visit and catch up. I hope you say yes. I really miss having a brother. Your brother always, Johnny.
Joe holds up the picture from the letter, a snapshot of Johnny in the front of the Las Vegas sign, smiling broadly.
Why didn't I respond? Johnny, what happened to you?
Exterior, Rancho Brea Airport's Cuba Day. Subtitle fades in, Rancho Valleros Airport, Cuba. A DC-3 lands on the runway. We see a taxi and stop. A set of stairs is brought over and the passengers begin leaving the aircraft. Joe steps down the stairs with a lone suitcase in his hand. We see Joe going through the customs. An airport security guard, 32, is looking at Joe's passport.
What is the purpose of your visit, senor?
I'm here to pick up the remains of my brother.
I see.
The guard stamps Joe's passport.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Joe grabs his passport and heads directly to the taxi driver, who is waiting curbside. Joe gets in and they speed away. Exterior, La Comisara de la Havana Police HQ. The taxi drops Joe off at the front entrance. We see him go through the front door. Interior, La Comisara de. Officer Ruiz, 37, is manning the front desk.
Do you speak English?
And that's
Oh,
Marvin.
that's right. Yeah. Yes, a little.
I'm here to see Comandante Gomez.
Oh, 1 minute, please.
Officer Ruiz picks up the phone and rings Comandante Gomez.
Alego, el americano. Sí, sí. Muy bien.
He hangs up the phone.
Comandante Gomez will be out in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Comandante 56 steps out from behind the door.
Mr. Mallows, I presume.
Yes, that's me.
I'm sorry for your loss. Have you checked into a hotel yet? If not, I can recommend one for you.
Not yet. I'll be doing that next.
Do you want something to drink? Perhaps coffee?
I'd just like to identify the body. Let's get this over with.
I understand. Please follow me.
Into a morgue day, Johnny Mallows' bodies lie in the drawer while Comandante Gomez and Joe go look down on it. A sheet still covers Johnny's face.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Comandante Gomez uncovers Johnny's body. We see a man in fairly good shape, early 30s, with 2 stab wounds in his side.
Johnny.
It's him then?
Yes, that's my brother.
Comandante covers. John backs up and closes the drawer.
You can collect his personal items at the front desk. I'm so sorry.
Do you know who did this? What happened?
We're looking into it, but unfortunately, there are no witnesses.
Is there anything else that you can tell me?
Not really. He was found on the street downtown, face down in the gutter. We are at the very beginning of our investigation. I promise that I will get in touch with you as soon as we find out anything.
Please do.
They shake hands and Joe turns to go back to the front desk. Exterior, Hotel Havana Riviera Day. The taxi drops Joe off at the front entrance. We see him go through the revolving door. Interior, Hotel Havana Riviera Day. Joe approaches the front desk. Javier, 26, is manning the front desk.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon. Do you speak English?
Of course, how may I help you?
I need a room.
Do you have a reservation?
No, I didn't plan to make this trip.
All right. Well, we have some vacancies. How long are you planning on staying?
A week tops. I may end up leaving earlier.
Angel Castillo, 27, a sharp-dressed man with an attitude that he's on top of the world, walks by Joe.
Johnny, is that you?
No, it's Joe. Johnny was my brother. You knew him?
Was?
Yes, he died last week.
Dios mío, I had no idea. I'm Angel Castillo. Me and Johnny used to hang out. Johnny was a great guy.
Nice to meet you, Angel. Maybe you can help me. I'm trying to figure out how Johnny died.
Yeah, whatever you need, my friend. Sir, I have a room for you.
Great. Here's $50. That should cover the first week, yes?
Yes, absolutely. I'll have your bag right up to your room. Your key, sir. You are in room 214, second floor.
Great. Keep the change. Angel, can we grab a drink somewhere?
Sure, I know just the place.
Interior, San Sochi nightclub day. A huge club with 3 stages, but fairly empty as it is still early. Joe and Angel both sit at the bar to talk.
So tell me, Angel, how'd you meet my brother?
I met him here at the San Susi, man. His lady was sitting at the table. I didn't know she was taken. I walked up to talk to her and he set me straight quick.
Yeah?
Yep, we became fast friends after that. We used to go to the horse races, hang out, you know.
Right. Did Johnny have any enemies? I mean, do you think anybody had it in for him?
Not that I know of. Johnny was cool. He lived a good life and he knew everybody. I hear that Mitchell Lasko sent him here.
The gangster.
Sure.
Wow. Johnny, what did you get yourself into?
The waiter brings 2 drinks. Angel pulls a bill out of his wallet and hands it to the waiter.
Thanks, Angel.
My pleasure. Johnny always paid for my drinks. It's my turn to return the favor.
The waiter leans over and whispers something to Angel, then walks away.
What was that?
Angel leans in close and lowers his voice.
He says it's not safe to ask questions about Johnny.
Not safe. It's a free country, right?
You are in Cuba, my friend. Nothing is free. This is Lasko's bar, you know. Your brother owed Lasko a lot of money.
Damn. It all makes sense.
We can't talk here. Let's finish our drinks and go back into town.
Joe picks up his drink and pours it down his throat in one gulp.
I'm ready. You ready?
Angel rolls his eyes, drinks his own drink down, and then they head out. Mitchell Lasko, 60, the boss of Sansucci and an old mafia man, walks up to the bartender.
When Lasko.
Then you want to tell me?
That was Maslow's brother.
Knows where it don't belong.
Right?
Keep an eye on him. Let me know if he comes back in the club.
Yes, sir.
Exterior Paseo del Pardo de. Joe and Angel stroll down the Paseo while street vendors and passing pedestrians cross their path.
This is an interesting place.
Yep, always a lot going on in Havana. Nothing like Los Angeles, I imagine.
Nope. Different climate, different food, different smells.
Well, Johnny liked it plenty. I think he was planning on staying permanently.
Really?
Sure, that is until he got into so much debt.
What do you know about his debt? Did he owe Lasko?
Lasko, among others. Johnny was compulsive in everything he did. Compulsive drinker, compulsive gambler.
Sounds like Johnny to me.
They come up to a street side cigar vendor.
You want one?
Sure. Why not?
Dos, por favor.
The street vendor hands Angel 2 cigars and Angel hands him $2.
Did you just pay him in American dollars?
Yep. Nobody wants Cuban money. We should become another state. We depend on you guys so much.
That'll be the day.
Angel cuts both cigars, hands Joe his cigar and lights it for him, then lights his own.
Smooth.
I tell you, brother, there's nothing like a good cigar.
You got that right.
Joe and Angel stroll leisurely down the street, puffing away on their cigars. They pass various street vendors holding up their wares and shake their heads at them.
So, how'd you and Johnny turn out so different?
What do you mean?
Well, you're a cop, and Johnny, well, he...
Bent the law from time to time?
Yeah, you could say that.
We're not all that different, Johnny and me. To be honest, I was the wild one when we were younger.
Really?
Yep. I got into all kinds of trouble, and Johnny did his best to stay on the straight and narrow.
How did that change?
I did a stint in juvenile hall for Grand Theft Auto, and I realized that wasn't the life I wanted for myself. I saw how much it hurt my parents. Now they wanted more for me, so I straightened out.
And Johnny?
He was never a bad guy. He just always wanted to find a shortcut to making big money. He had a ton of get-rich-quick schemes. They never worked out.
I sure will miss Johnny.
They hear a huge explosion from down the street. Everyone turns to look.
¿Qué carajo ha pasado?
That's my hotel.
Joe and Angel take off running towards the hotel. They arrive at the front entrance. Smoke is billowing out of the side window. Guests are running out of the hotel into the street. Joe sees Javier from the front desk.
Excuse me.
Señor Mallows.
What's going on?
We don't know. There was an explosion. Everyone is being evacuated.
What do you mean explosion? Like a gas line?
Could be, but most likely it's the Marxists. They like to blow things up.
I'm going to go check things out.
Sir, it's not safe.
Joe runs into the hotel against the crowd that are rushing out. Inside the hotel, we see Joe follow the smoke. Finally, he finds that it is coming from his room. The door is completely blown off the room. He peeks into his head, or peeks in, heads in, and can see that the bed is in flames, and there is a huge hole in the wall where the bomb went off.
Holy crap.
Joe grabs an ice bucket, runs into the bathroom to fill it with water, and pours it onto the bed, runs back to refill it, and repeats this action over and over. Exterior, Hotel Havana Riviera Day. Joe sits on the curb with other guests while people rush back and forth. The fire is clearly out. Firemen are leaving the hotel. Comandante Gomez is taking witnesses' statements, and he writes everything in a little pad of paper. He approaches Joe.
Mr. Mallows, did you see what happened?
No, I was down the street with Angel.
Angel?
Angel Castillo, a friend of my brother's. He's helping me look into his murder.
You would do better to stay out of the investigation. It's not safe to go around asking questions in Havana.
Not safe.
The police, cannot guarantee your safety.
I'll be fine. I'm actually a cop back home.
Where is back home?
Los Angeles.
Ah, well, this is not Los Angeles. Please leave the police work to us.
Fine. Sure. You bet.
Maybe you should try to go back to your room and rest for a while.
My room just got blown up.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was your room.
I suppose you'll be looking into this too?
Of course.
I look forward to hearing your results. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find myself another room.
Certainly. Please let me know when you have found a new place to stay.
Comandante Gomez gives a smile, trying to charm Joe, who rolls his eyes and walks away. Interior Sanssouci nightclub night. The night is now packed with people, all dressed to the nines. There are dancing girls on all three stages. Joe walks in and heads to the bar for a drink. Angel is talking to Marina, 23, pretty local girl, when he spots Joe.
Joe!
Angel, what happened to you?
I'm sorry. When the explosion happened, I had to take off. I don't get along with the police. You understand?
Sure.
Did you find another room?
Yeah, I'm staying at the Hotel Sevilla.
That's a nice hotel.
Yeah, let's hope they don't blow this one up. Who's your friend?
I am Marina. Nice to meet you.
You speak English. Great.
Yes, I went to school in Miami.
Why don't you guys grab a table? I'll get drinks for all of us.
That's real nice of you, Angel.
Anything for Johnny's brother.
Joe and Marina sit at the table with 3 chairs. You are Johnny's brother?
Yes. Did you know him?
Not well. He seemed nice. I know he was, good friends with Angel. Angel arrives at the table with drinks.
I hope you like daiquiris.
A beer would have been fine, but I'll try anything once.
Joe takes a sip.
Not bad.
Johnny used to drink these. I figured you'd like them.
So what else can you tell me about Johnny? Did he have a girlfriend?
Angel and Marina look at each other awkwardly.
What is it? Is there something you're not telling me?
Johnny had a girlfriend. Her name was Guadalupe.
Well, do you know where I could find Guadalupe?
She used to come in here all the time, but nobody has seen her since Johnny died.
Somebody has to know how to find her. Can you ask around?
Sure, of course.
You see Lasko at the bar observing them. He is flanked by 3 big, rough-looking guys. The band starts playing a lively number. Would you like to dance?
I don't really. Okay, sure.
Marina walks Joe into the dance floor. Joe clearly has no moves, but tries not to stand out too much. He copies the dance moves of the other guys that he sees on the floor. Marina moves with great style. Everyone is watching them.
You're amazing.
No, I'm just Cuban. You are hot. Should we sit down?
Yes, please.
Marina and Joe go join Angel back at the table.
You guys look great out there.
I don't think so. She was great. I was just trying not to lose my step.
I better go now. I have to be up early in the morning. Maybe I will see you again?
I sure hope so.
Marina leans in and kisses Joe on the cheek. Hasta pronto, guapo. Marina makes her way through the crowd and out the club.
What did she say?
She said, "See you soon, handsome. You got away with women, just like your brother."
He had a lot of girls, did he?
Sure, until Guadalupe came along.
So they were pretty serious.
I guess so. You have to talk to her. I don't know the whole story with those two.
I'm sure she'll pop up eventually. So I guess it's kind of late. Should we call it a night as well?
Are you kidding? The night is young. Let's have another round.
Okay, let's do it.
Exterior, dark street night. Joe and Angel have clearly been drinking all night. Angel is walking Joe back to his hotel. They both prop each other up as they stumble down the street.
So what's the name of the voodoo god again?
Babaluaye.
Babalu!
Yeah, you don't mess with Santeria, man. That's some powerful stuff.
I don't believe in voodoo.
No?
No, I believe in evil men. I've seen a lot of that.
As they stumble along, we hear footsteps behind them, coming faster and faster. Out of the blue, 3 thugs attack Joe and Angel. One thug holds Joe while the other punches him repeatedly in the face and stomach. The third thug is wrestling with Angel. Angel pulls out a pistol and fires a shot in the air. The thugs run away. Joe doubles over, spitting blood onto the pavement.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Who were those guys?
I think they work for Lasko. They were sending us a message
Yeah? What's that?
to stop sticking our noses where they don't belong.
They arrive at the entrance to Sevilla Hotel.
This is my hotel. Listen, I want to find who killed my brother, with or without your help.
I understand, man. Just don't get yourself killed in the process.
Don't worry about me. Have a good night, Angel.
You too.
Joe opens the door to his hotel, and Angel starts walking in the opposite direction. Suddenly, Joe turns around.
Angel,
Yeah, Joe?
thanks for stopping those guys tonight. I can see why Jonny liked having you around.
Angel smiles, tips his hat, and walks into the darkness. Joe heads into the hotel where the night man is holding his key ready for him. Joe grabs the key out of the night man's hand and heads up the stairs.
Gracias.
And that's James. Buenas noches.
Into Sevilla Hotel dining room day. Joe eats breakfast at a lone table. A waiter approaches with a telephone.
Señor Mallows,
Yes.
teléfono.
The waiter lays the phone on Joe's table and hands him the receiver.
Hello? Oh, yes, Comandante. How did you know that I was here? I'm sorry, I meant to call you. As you can imagine, it's been kind of crazy. Yes, please let me know if you find any information. Thank you.
Joe hangs up the phone and hands it to the waiter.
Gracias.
De nada, señor.
Into Sevilla Hotel lobby day. Joe walks up the front desk after breakfast. Dudley Roberts, 50, a very effeminate man, a representative from the United States Embassy, is waiting for him.
Mr. Mallows,
Yes, that's me. What can I do for you?
my name is Dudley Roberts. I'm from the embassy.
Nice to meet you, Dudley.
Nice to meet you as well.
Is there something you need?
Is there somewhere that we can speak in private?
Not really. I mean, we could go to my room, but I don't think that would look good, do you?
No, I suppose it wouldn't. Well, you see, Mr. Mallows, the justice system here is not what it is in the States.
So you want me to stop asking questions too?
I have spoken with Comandante Gomez, and he has assured me that the Havana Police Department is taking all the necessary measures to find whoever killed your brother.
Yeah? Well, I'm not so sure of that. I'm taking some measures of my own.
Mr. Mallows, I implore you, for your own safety, go home, bury your brother, and let the police do their job.
Some bigwig in the government wants me to shut up, huh?
Don't be silly.
Well, you can tell whoever sent you that I'm not leaving Havana until I find my brother's killer. You got it?
Crystal clear.
Good. Good day, sir.
Joe storms out of the lobby. Mr. Roberts gets a look from the bellhop, which he responds to with an uncomfortable smile. Exterior, Playa Santa Maria del Mar, beach day. Joe and Angel walk along the beach, both fully dressed and clearly sweating through their clothes. Joe fans himself with his hat.
Why are we at the beach?
We're looking for Johnny's girlfriend, Guadalupe. She used to come here a lot.
Whew. It is a hot one today.
Yeah, you're not used to the tropical sun.
Hey, you look like you're sweating through your shirt too.
You're right. Let's go someplace where we can cool off and have a beer.
Sounds good to me. What do you have in mind?
Angel smiles.
The place where Johnny used to go a lot. You like the horses?
Exterior, Oriental Park Racetrack Day. Joe and Angel are each drinking a beer while watching the horse races.
What are we doing here, Angel? I need to find my brother's killer.
Dog, you gotta relax. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, well, while the clock is ticking, somebody is getting away with murder. What horse did you bet on anyway?
Number 3, Perfidia. It's my favorite song. I couldn't resist.
Let me look through your binoculars, would you?
Sure, knock yourself out.
Angel hands Joe the binoculars. We see through Joe's eyes that he pans the horses in the crowd. Mr. Roberts from the embassy is sitting a few rows down, holding a chihuahua in his lap. We keep panning. Mitchell Lasko is down in the stands looking right at him.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
It's Lasko. He's looking right at us. I think he's sending his bodyguard up for us. Do you have your gun on you?
Yes, but they wouldn't pull anything here. Too many witnesses.
Lasko's bodyguards approach.
Mr. Lasko would like to speak to you in private, Mr. Mallows.
Okay, tell him we'll be right down.
The bodyguard puts his hand in Angel's face.
Just Mr. Mallows.
Okay, let's go.
Joe and the bodyguard walk down the stands to Lasko's private box. Lasko is sitting there waiting for him. Marina is sitting in the box having a drink.
Come in, sit down. Would you like something to drink? Oh,
Yep.
sorry, I skipped you. Sorry. Come in, sit down. Joe, is it?
Yep.
Would you like something to drink? We have pretty much anything you could want.
I'm okay.
The bodyguard pulls his chair up behind Joe and signals for him to sit.
I'll stand.
Around town is that you think I killed your brother. Is that true?
Well, did you?
Of course not. He owed me money. How am I supposed to collect if he's dead? Use your head.
Well, why'd you send those thugs after me last night?
Thugs? There were thugs?
Last night, about 3 a.m, 3 of your goons jumped me and my friend Angel.
Lasko looks at his bodyguard.
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, sir.
It wasn't us. Look, I liked your brother. I gave him a job, brought him out here. I'd like to know who killed him just as much as you. Believe me, if I find out who did it, I will make them pay.
I'd rather the law took care of it.
Lasko, Marina, and the bodyguard laugh.
The law. What do you think you are? New York? Nueva York? There's no law here. The only law in Cuba is money. The law of the jungle.
Well, I'd feel more comfortable if the police handled it.
The police. Oh, that's right. You're a cop. I don't like cops. But you seem like a good guy. Johnny? Johnny was one of the best.
So you think you can find information for me to help me find Johnny's killer?
I can try. I'll ask around. See what I find out.
Do you think you can find out who jumped us the other night?
Jeez, kid. That could have been anyone. A lot of crime on the island. I'm sure they weren't just trying to rob you. Oh, sorry. Are you sure they weren't just trying to rob you?
No. These guys were trying to send a message.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Lasko holds out his hand and Joe shakes it.
So, are we good?
For now, I hope you're telling me the truth.
Kid, I'm a king here. I don't have to tell you anything. But I do it out of respect for Johnny.
Understood.
All right. You better get back to your buddy. It looks like he's just won one.
Joe looks up to see Angel jumping up and down in the stands above.
I'll be in touch.
Adios, guapo. Joe walks back up by Angel.
Come on, Joe. I just went big. Big. We got to celebrate.
Okay, let's do it.
Interior Havana Street Bar night. Joe and Angel have obviously had a few more drinks. They are sitting at their tables singing while others in the crowded bars shoot them annoyed looks periodically.
Guantanamera.
Yeah.
Guajira.
Guantanamera.
They laugh. Joe signals to the waiter for another round.
You're pretty cool, you know?
Of course.
For a cop. Did I say that?
I see why Johnny liked you. You're a good friend, to be sure.
Of course. If you're my friend, you're my friend for life.
And if I'm your enemy?
If you're my enemy until you die.
I see.
Joe looks up at the bar and sees one of the three thugs that attacked them last night. Joe leans over to Angel and whispers to him.
Angel.
What are you doing, Joe? You're going to whisper sweet nothings in my ear?
Oh, shut up. Look at the bar.
Angel looks and sees the guy.
Oh, shit. That's one of the guys from last night.
Bingo. Don't look at him. I don't want to spook him.
Okay, what's the plan?
You go on his left. I'll go on his right. Follow my lead.
Both Joe and Angel get up and head towards the bar. The thug sees them and attempts to run out. Joe grabs him and throws him up against the bar. Angel gets out his pistol and puts it to the thug's head.
¿Qué quieren?
Who sent you? Who the fuck sent you?
I don't think he speaks English, Joe. ¿Quién te mandó?
Chupa mi verga.
Angel hits the thug across the forehead with the butt of his pistol. Blood starts running down the thug's face.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Carlitos Ponce.
Ahora me vas a decir quién te mandó o te voy a meter una bala en tu puta cabeza.
Federico Marquez.
Angel steps back.
Let him go, Joe.
What? This guy knows something.
I'm telling you, let him go.
Joe lets go of the thug, who bolts from the room.
What the fuck is going on?
We have to leave this one. The government is involved.
I thought you were with me on this.
It's too dangerous, Joe. Don't you understand?
I'm gonna find my brother's killer.
With or without me, I know.
You know what I said about you being a good friend?
Yeah?
Boy, was I wrong.
Joe storms out of the bar. Angel shakes his head, sees that the bartender is staring at him, and leans in to order another drink. Exterior, dark street night. Joe makes his way back towards the hotel. He's smoking a cigar and talking, taking his time. Suddenly, we hear footsteps behind him. Joe slows down and turns suddenly. It's Mr. Roberts from the embassy. Joe grabs him and throws him up against the car.
What the fuck are you doing? Following me?
I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. I'm just following orders.
Orders from who?
I can't say.
Well, you better tell me something, pal. Or they're gonna be finding another body in the gutter tomorrow.
Look, all I know is that someone high up in the State Department told me to watch you, to make sure that you didn't ask too many questions.
The State Department.
Yes. Now, please let me go. I'll tell them that I lost you. This is not something that I normally do. Please understand me.
Joe steps back.
Why isn't the State Department looking into what happened to my brother? He was a United States citizen.
Mr. Roberts slowly gets off the car and brushes his suit off.
He was a thug, a criminal, part of criminal empire.
So whatever happened to him, he had it coming. Is that it?
You're a cop in LA, right? You ever worry about a person's rights when you're rounding up gang members?
Joe glares at Mr. Roberts.
That's not the same thing.
No, it's not. Those Los Angeles hoodlums that you round up are two-bit thugs, small time. Your brother was involved in something much bigger.
Joe stands there speechless. Now empowered by it, Mr. Roberts walks right up to Joe and looks him in the eye.
Let's make a deal. You stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours.
Perfect.
Mr. Roberts starts to walk away.
If anybody asks, you never saw me. Understood?
Mr. Roberts
Yep.
quickly makes his way down the street in the opposite direction as Joe is heading.
State Department. I'll be damned. Johnny really stepped in it.
Exterior outdoor cafe, Paseo del Pardo Day. Joe sits at the table sipping on lemonade. Guadalupe Ponce, 26, a beautiful Cuban girl, approaches him.
Mr. Mallows?
Yes.
I am Guadalupe.
Joe,
Johnny's girl.
Joe looks at her as if not to understand what she's saying.
Johnny's girlfriend?
Oh my gosh. Sit down, please.
Guadalupe sits down.
Would you like something to drink?
Water is fine, thank you.
Joe signals the waiter to come over to the table.
Sí, señor.
Water for the lady, please.
Yes, sir.
The waiter returns to the kitchen.
So how long were you and Johnny together?
Oh, about 3 months. It seemed like much longer. I feel like I know you. Johnny talked about you all the time.
Johnny and I were always close. He thought I was disappointed in him, but I wasn't. I just wanted him to find a better way of making a living, you know.
I understand. Johnny was much more classy than the people he worked for.
Joe leans in close to Guadalupe.
What happened? Do you know who killed Johnny?
I don't know. I can't say too much. They will kill me too.
Guadalupe starts to cry.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I was involved with someone before I met Johnny. A very powerful man.
Guadalupe pulls a newspaper clipping out of her purse. It shows a picture of a military man with the name below, Federico Marquez. Guadalupe hands the clipping to Joe.
This man.
Federico Marquez. Who is he?
He is a member of Batista's government, a high-ranking official.
And you were his girlfriend.
Yes, I mean, we started dating when I was in still in preparatory school. I come from a very poor family, and he promised to help me. Do you understand?
I think so.
Well, he's married now, but he still wants to possess me, and now he wants to kill me.
Because you know what he did to Johnny.
That and because I am carrying Johnny's baby. Please help me.
Of course. You're family now.
Thank you so much.
I'll talk to the embassy, see if we can get you a visa to go to the States. In the meantime, you can stay in my room.
Thank you. I understand why Johnny looked up to you. You're a good brother.
Come on, let's get you someplace safe.
Joe and Guadalupe get up and walk towards his hotel. Interior, United States Embassy Day. Joe walks into the main waiting room. Phyllis, 30, a wisecracking New Yorker with bleached blonde hair, is manning the front desk.
Yes, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm here to see Dudley Roberts.
Phyllis looks Joe up and down and raises her eyebrow.
You're here to see Dudley? You don't look like his type.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I'll page him for you right away.
Phyllis picks up the phone and presses the button, putting her on the loudspeaker.
Mr. Roberts to the foyer. Mr. Roberts to the foyer.
She hangs up the phone and smiles.
He'll be right out. Would you like to have a seat?
Joe looks behind him on the bench with several people sitting on it, looking like they've been there for a while.
No, I'll stand.
Mr. Roberts comes out from a side door.
You shouldn't be here.
I need a favor.
A favor? No, I don't think so.
Look, my brother's girlfriend,
Joe pulls Mr. Roberts to the side and lowers his voice.
she's pregnant.
Oh, dear.
I need to get her to the States. It's not safe for her here.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I need you to get her a visa. I want her to put her on the first plane out of Havana tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, no, that can't be done. Do you see those people waiting there on that bench? They're all waiting for visas to the US, and they've been waiting for months.
I know you can do this for me. Don't let me down.
Mr. Roberts takes out a pad and pencil.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. What's this young lady's name?
Guadalupe Ponce.
Mr. Roberts writes it down on his pad of paper.
Guadalupe Ponce. All right. No promises. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Don't come back here. I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
I'll find you if I can get it. Now, please go. If my bosses find out I'm doing this, I could be out of a job.
All right. Say, what's her story?
Joe points to Phyllis.
Is she single?
Oh, she's available. If you like that sort of thing.
She's cute. I may come back to ask her out.
Fine. Just don't come here for me again. Got it?
Got it. Thanks again, Dudley.
Like I said, no promises.
They shake hands and Joe heads towards the exit. He gives Phyllis a wink on his way out, which causes her to blush and give a smile. Interior, Bon Voyage Agencia de Viajes. Day. Joe enters from the street. Florencia, 35, a high-end Cuban travel agent, sits at her desk, filing her nails. The radio plays Benny Moore and Perez Pardo in the background.
Sí, señor.
You speak English?
Of course. I speak English, yo parle francés, yo parle italiano, whatever you like.
English is fine.
Okay, great. What can I do for you?
I need a one-way ticket to Los Angeles.
California? No problem. What happened? Did you lose your ticket?
No, it's not for me.
Okay, well, I can get you a ticket. What name should I put down?
Guadalupe Ponce.
Okay, I can get her ticket for next week.
That's no good. I need one for tomorrow. First flight out.
Aye, that's too much. For that, you have to go to the airline directly.
You can't give me a flight for tomorrow.
No, sir. I need at least a week.
Okay, well, thanks anyway.
Exterior, Rancho Boyers Airport Day. Joe steps out of the taxi and walks into the airport. He approaches the Cubana de Aviación ticket booth. Alba, 27, a cute Cuban girl with a short haircut and a big smile, standing at the booth. Buenos tardes.
Hi, you speak English?
Of course, what can I do for you?
I need a flight to Los Angeles. First flight out tomorrow.
I'm sorry, sir. Cubana de Aviación does not fly to Los Angeles. I can book you on a flight to Miami, and you can purchase a ticket to Los Angeles from there.
That will be fine.
Muy bien. What name will the ticket be under?
Guadalupe Ponce.
Muy bien. That'll be 200 pesos.
I only have dollars.
Joe hands her a wad of American money. She unwrinkles it and counts it out in the proper amount. She hands him back the remaining bills along with the ticket.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a safe journey. Interior, Commissary Day. Officer Ruiz is manning the front desk once again. Joe approaches.
Hi.
Buenas tardes.
I need to speak to Comandante Gomez.
Certainly. One moment, please.
Officer Ruiz picks up the phone and whispers a few words, then he hangs up the phone.
He'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Comandante Gomez comes in from the side door.
Mr. Mallows, what can I do for you?
I have some information regarding my brother's case.
Really? Do tell.
He was murdered by Federico Marquez.
Comandante Gomez and the officer Ruiz both laugh.
Really? Well, I must go arrest Senor Marquez right away.
Joe grabs Comandante Gomez by the collar.
Is this some kind of joke?
Officer Ruiz draws his gun.
Baja la pistola. Tranquilo.
Officer Ruiz puts his gun back into his holster.
You misunderstand me, Mr. Mallows. It's just that we have followed that lead and it goes nowhere. Senor Marquez has an alibi. He was at a dinner with about 50 other very important people.
Joe lets go of the Comandante of collar.
Well, maybe he ordered a hit. Did you think of that?
Why would he do that? Really, you are wasting your time.
Well, it's my time to waste.
Joe storms out of the police station. Comandante Gomez and Officer Ruiz look at each other and shake their heads. Exterior, outdoor cafe on the Paseo de Pardo Day. Joe sips a lemonade and smokes a cigar while watching the crowd pass. Mr. Roberts walks up from behind.
Mr. Mallows.
Dudley.
Mr. Roberts lays an envelope on the table.
There you go. Have a safe trip.
Oh, I'm not leaving.
I beg your pardon.
Guadalupe's leaving. I still need to find my brother's killer.
I'm sorry. Didn't you say that you would be leaving?
Nope, didn't say that. Anyways, thanks for the visa. I'll be sending Guadalupe back to LA tomorrow, first thing.
But you'll still be in Havana?
Yep. So I'll probably see you around.
Mr. Roberts walks away, rolling his eyes.
God, I hope not.
Interior, dark restaurant night. Joe and Guadalupe are eating at the table towards the back of the restaurant.
You sure we're safe here?
Yes, Federico would never go to this part of town.
The cops aren't buying your story.
Of course not. They work for him.
How do I get to him? Where could I talk to him?
They will never let you get close to him. We should leave town while we still can.
You should leave town. We need to make sure that you and the baby are safe.
What are you saying?
I have it all set up.
Joe hands Guadalupe a plane ticket along with a visa and $500 cash.
I have you booked on the first flight out of Havana tomorrow morning.
No, we go together.
First, you fly to Miami, and from there, you need to book a flight to Los Angeles.
No, we go together.
I have to see things through for Johnny's sake.
They'll kill you. Don't you understand?
Maybe. I don't think that'll happen. I'll be careful, I promise.
Joe pulls out a key and holds it to the front of Guadalupe's face.
This is my house key. When you get to LA, take a taxi to the address I put down on your visa. With the money that I gave you, you should be able to buy plenty of groceries.
Joe.
This is how we are doing this. You understand? Okay. I should be in LA within a week, if not sooner. Don't worry. This will all work out.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Exterior, in the front of the Sevilla Hotel Day, Joe is saying goodbye to Guadalupe while a taxi waits for her.
Okay, I'm going then.
Great. Have a safe flight. I'll see you soon.
Ciao.
Right. Bye-bye.
Guadalupe gets in the taxi and it drives away. Joe turns and quickly walks in the opposite direction. Interior, United States Embassy Day. Joe walks in. Phyllis is manning the front again.
Well, hey, handsome.
Hey, yourself.
I'll buzz Dudley for you.
No. I'm not here for Dudley.
Really? Well, what can I do for you?
You can have dinner with me tonight.
Oh, I mean, sure. Why not?
What time do you get off?
Well, they lock the doors at 6 p.m.
Okay. Meet you out front at 6?
Sure. Great. I'll see you then. What's your name again?
Joe. And you are Phyllis.
Okay.
Phyllis.
Oh, sorry.
Phyllis smiles and blushes again.
Okay, Joe. I'll see you at 6.
Exterior, United States Embassy night. Joe sees Phyllis leave the embassy and approaches her.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, Joe. Do you have a place picked out yet for dinner?
Hey, this is your city. You tell me.
Sweetheart, my city was, and always will be New York. I have a place in mind. It's nice.
Lead the way.
Interior, 1830 restaurant night. Joe and Phyllis sit at the table halfway through their meal. Joe looks around, and while impressed with how nice the restaurant is, he wonders how much the bill will be.
Wow, this is nice.
Yeah, well, you look like you can afford it.
Actually, I'm spending my savings on this trip. It's tough on a cop's salary.
You're a cop? You don't look like a cop.
Why? Because I'm not wearing a uniform?
Well, I don't know. I just didn't have you pegged as a cop. Say, what did you say your last name was again?
Mallows.
Mallows. You wouldn't be related to Johnny Mallows, would ya?
Yep. He was my brother.
Was?
Yeah. He was killed a couple weeks ago. That's why I'm here.
Oh my God! Johnny's dead?
Yeah. You knew him?
Sure, we went out a few times.
The waiter comes up to the table.
How is everything, senors?
Very good.
Oh, it's always good here. This place is great.
Would you like to see the dessert menu?
No, I think I'm good. Unless, would you like dessert, Phyllis?
Phyllis beams.
Yes, please. Baked Alaska.
Yes, right away.
The waiter leaves to place the order.
So what do you know about Johnny?
Not a lot. I know he liked to have a good time.
Yeah?
Sure. He liked to bet on the horses, go out dancing, drink till dawn. He was a fun guy, you know?
I know. What do you think got him killed?
Who knows? Probably a jealous boyfriend. He had girlfriends all over town.
You were one of them?
No, me and Johnny were never official. I like to keep my options open. Know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, I think you're even cuter than Johnny, if that's possible. What a face that boy had.
Yeah, they always said us Mallows boys were cute.
Well, they were right. You know, I think I'm a little drunk.
Do you need me to take you home?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. We can still go dancing if you want.
Sure. Sounds good. So did you know Guadalupe?
Yeah, we met. Honestly, I never knew what he saw in her. I mean, who wants somebody else's leftovers, you know?
Leftovers.
Well, yeah, she was dating that government official before she got together with Johnny. Marcos or something?
Marquez?
Yeah, that's it, Marquez. Scumbag is what I call him. I met him before. He thinks he can get any woman he wants because of his position. You know what? He's right. He can. But in Havana. Not this girl, though. No way.
I can tell you're a good girl.
Phyllis smiles.
I can be a good girl, or I can be a bad girl. That's up to you.
The waiter brings out the baked Alaska. It's huge. They laugh and they both start digging in. Interior, Joe's room, night. Joe and Phyllis walk into the room all over each other. Joe opens her shirt, then throws her on the bed.
Come here, baby.
I'm right behind you.
Joe's room day. Phyllis puts her clothes on while Joe snores. Phyllis walks over and kisses Joe on the cheek. Joe wakes up.
Hey, do you want to get some breakfast?
Sorry, sweetie. I gotta go.
Working today?
No work today. It's Saturday. Still, I have things to do.
Okay. Well, I'll see you later.
Anytime you like. You know where to find me.
Take care, Phyllis.
Phyllis always takes care of Phyllis.
It's a good way to be.
Phyllis walks out the door. Joe sits up. He walks over to the sink and splashes some cold water on his face. He stares at himself in the mirror as the water runs down his face.
Playtime is over, buddy boy. Time to take care of business.
Exterior, Paseo del Bardo Day. Angel is standing in the crowd of people, smoking a cigar and listening to some street musicians. Joe grabs him and pulls him out of the crowd.
Hey, what gives?
I need your help, Angel.
I thought you said you could do it without me.
Actually, what I said was with or without you. It turns out I need you.
Okay, tell me more.
Do you know anything about Federico Marquez?
Oh man, he is a bad hijo puta.
Well, I'm a pretty bad whatever you said too.
I know.
Can you tell me where I can get his address or phone number?
I can get you both. He lives outside the city, not far from the San Susi.
That casino? That makes sense. Okay, great. Take me there.
Okay, but we gotta be careful. This ain't LA, you understand?
I got it.
You need a plan.
Right. A plan.
Exterior, country road in front of Marquez's house. Day. Joe and Angel sit in the car staring at the house. There are armed guards patrolling in the front and back of the house.
You see the men with those machine guns? Those are his guards.
Right. Any idea how we get past them?
They rotate. One watches the back for an hour while the other one watches the front, then they switch. You can try and sneak in while they are switching sides.
Joe smiles.
Piece of cake.
Angel stares at Joe incredulously. The armed men appear to head towards each other.
Go, go, go.
Joe steps out of the car, crouched down. He runs to the wall in front of the house. He hops the wall, looks both ways from the guard, then runs towards the window. That is an open crack. He tries to pull the window up. As we see, a guard comes up behind him and hits him in the back of the head. The blunt rifle. Interior, Havana, jail night. Joe is in a cell with two drunken Cubans who are staring at him and laughing. He holds his head.
Oh, man.
He sits up.
I don't suppose either of you speaks English, right?
The drunks stare at him with a blank look on their faces.
I figured as much.
Comandante Gomez arrives with a guard who unlocks the cell door.
Am I free to go?
You are free to go back to your country.
What about Marquez?
I told you I'm handling this case. I will let you know if I find anything out. Go home. Bury your brother.
Joe looks at Comandante Gomez, then at the drunks in the jail cell. His eyes start to well up with tears.
This is wrong. My brother was murdered and nobody gives a shit.
There's a car waiting for you outside. I suggest you take it to the airport before we decide to press charges for trespassing.
And what about my brother's body?
It's been shipped back to Los Angeles already.
Without letting me know?
Did you think we could hold it forever? It will be waiting for you at the Los Angeles airport. Cash on delivery.
That's great. I can't wait to get back to LA.
Joe slowly walks out of the cell, staring at the drunks, the guard, and then the Comandante Gomez. Exterior Los Angeles International Airport day. Joe's flight taxis down the runway and comes to a stop. A stepladder is brought to the door, and two members of the crew go down first. Then we see Joe step down the ladder, looking around as if he's been gone for years. Exterior, in front of Joe's house night. A taxi pulls up and Joe gets out, pays the taxi driver, and heads up the walkway. Guadalupe opens the front door.
Welcome home, Joe.
Thanks.
Interior, Joe's house night. Joe puts his bag down and hangs his hat on the rack.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, the food on the airplane was terrible. I am starving.
Guadalupe pulls a plate out of the oven, steak and potatoes.
I made it about an hour ago. I kept it in the oven to keep it warm.
How did you know I'd be coming back tonight?
I didn't. I do this every night, just in case.
Joe digs into the steak.
This is good. Just what I needed.
I'm glad. I'll go unpack your bag.
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, no, I'm happy to. It's the least I could do. So, tomorrow I'll start looking for another place to live.
No, you don't have to do that. You're having a baby. Johnny's baby. Let's focus on that. We can always get you an apartment when the time comes.
Great. I'll go unpack your things.
Okay. Knock yourself out.
Interior, Joe's house day. Subtitles fade in. 3 weeks later. Joe is on the phone while Guadalupe cleans the kitchen.
So you're telling me that nothing can be done? He's a murderer, Bob. He murdered Johnny. I know it took place abroad. I was over there. Well, just keep looking into it, would you? Thank you.
Joe hangs up the phone. Guadalupe stops cleaning all of a sudden. You can see the puddle of water by her legs on the hardwood floor.
Joe, it's time.
Oh my God. Okay. Don't worry. I have your suitcase packed into the car. Let's go to the hospital.
Joe starts to rush her out the door and she stops him.
Slowly, please. I can't walk so fast.
No problem.
Interior, Good Samaritan Hospital waiting room day. Joe paces around waiting for news. Dr. Gorman, 48, comes out to find Joe.
Mr. Mallows?
Yes.
It's a boy. The mother is fine and the baby is fine as well.
Thank you, doctor. When can I see him?
They should be cleaned up and ready to see you in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you.
The doctor returns to the maternity ward. Joe looks around at the various patients in the waiting room, clearly wishing he had someone with him to celebrate this moment. He starts to cry.
Johnny, Johnny, it's a boy. Your son. You have a son. I have a nephew. God, I wish you were here.
Interior, Guadalupe's hospital room day. Guadalupe lies in bed holding her newborn baby. Joe rushes in.
Joe!
Oh, man. He's beautiful.
I want to name him John, after his father.
Of course. May I hold him?
Yes. Just make sure you support his head.
Joe picks up the baby and stares into his face.
Hi, little guy. I'm your uncle. I can see your father in you. You are definitely a Mallows.
Joe hands the baby back to Guadalupe.
Listen, why don't you stay at the house with me? The city is no place to raise a kid alone. Believe me, I know.
Are you sure? I mean, I never wanted to disturb your life like this.
Disturb. Don't be silly. All you did was fall in love with my brother. Like I said, your family now.
Thank you, Joe.
Exterior, Joe's front yard day. Subtitle fades in, 3 years later. Joe sits in a lawn chair in his front yard watching little Johnny, 3, playing with his toys. Guadalupe comes out with a cold glass of lemonade and hands it to Joe.
Thanks, Guadalupe. He's sure getting big.
Yes, growing like a weed, like they say.
Yep, growing like a weed.
We are so lucky to have you, Joe.
Hey, I'm lucky to have you guys. It's great not to come home to an empty house anymore.
Joe runs into Joe's arms.
Daddy!
No, Carino, this is not your daddy. This is your Uncle Joe.
You can call me Daddy if you want. I don't mind.
Guadalupe smiles and puts her hand on Joe's shoulder. Interior, Los Angeles Police Station, Squadron Night. Captain Madison is wrapping up his briefing of the team before they go on patrol. Points to a sketch on the wall of a perp.
Keep an eye out for this guy. There have been a string of robberies all over town, and our only witness says this is the guy. Any questions?
Yeah, how much did our graphic artist have to drink before he made that sketch?
Everyone laughs.
Very funny. Look, I know it's a pretty vague description. Average guy, medium build, dark clothing. Still, it's all we got.
We'll get him, Chief.
I'm taking you on your word, John. All right, I guess that's all for now. Go get him.
All the officers get up and start to head to the front door. Chief stops Joe.
How you doing, Mallows?
Can't complain, Chief.
You still have Johnny's girl living with you?
Yeah, she's got nowhere else to go, and I gotta take care of Johnny's kid.
That's all fine. Just make sure nobody gets the wrong impression about you guys. We have a reputation to uphold as city officers.
Wrong impression?
Yeah, you know. If you guys were a couple, which I'm not saying you are, but if you were, there are still folks out there that would call it living in sin.
Guadalupe is my brother's girl, that's it. I like her plenty, and if she felt the same way, we probably would get married, but she doesn't.
You sure?
Don't you think I know by now?
I guess you're right. Take care out there, Mallows.
Will do.
Exterior, residential street, Los Angeles night. Joe and his partner, John Williams, are heading to the domestic dispute call. We see them pull up in front of a house. We can hear the couple yelling from the street. Joe and John approach. Joe knocks on the door.
LAPD, hello?
We hear a gunshot. Joe and John both pull their guns. Joe kicks in the door, and they both rush in. A woman is lying sprawled out on the floor with a gunshot wound at the middle of her forehead. Her husband stands over her with the gun, still smoking. Joe and John both draw on the husband.
Put your gun down now!
Lower your weapon, sir.
Husband raises his gun, aiming at Joe, and both Joe and John fire 3 times. The husband falls forward, dead. Joe and John look at each other and holster their weapons.
You want to call it in?
You bet.
I'll search the house. I hope they don't have any kids.
Yep, what a nightmare. Be back in a minute.
Joe goes through the house looking in every room. He finds the bedroom. As he enters, we hear a baby crying. He walks in to find a crib with a tiny baby crying inside. He picks up the baby.
God, this is what I was afraid of.
Interior, Joe's house night. Guadalupe is waiting up for Joe. She sees him pull up into the driveway and runs to the door. Joe walks in.
Hi, Joe. Long night?
Yeah. Make me a drink, would you?
Sure. A highball?
Rum and Coke with a twist.
Okay.
Guadalupe makes a drink for Joe and one for herself. She brings him to Joe and sits next to him on the couch.
Guadalupe, this is going to sound terrible, but did my brother ever hit you?
Jonny? No, he was a sweetheart.
I figured as much, but you never know. Tonight I had a domestic dispute call.
Oh, I know those are the most dangerous.
Yeah, this guy was beating on his wife. He ended up killing her.
Ay Dios. Well, did you get the guy?
Let's just say he won't be hitting any more women on my watch.
Guadalupe looks at Joe as if she doesn't understand. Then she realizes that he killed the man.
You have an ugly job, but it's necessary. People need to be safe.
I want you to be safe. Always. You and Jonny are all I've got.
Oh, Joe.
Guadalupe puts her hand on Joe's cheek and they kiss. They put the drinks down and Joe pulls her close. Interior, Joe's bedroom, night. Joe's making love to Guadalupe. This is something that has been a long time coming in the making. And they are both sort of surprised and relieved that they both feel the same way about each other.
I want you to be my wife.
Yes. I love you, Joe.
Interior, banquet room, the Ambassador Hotel, night. The reception for Joe and Guadalupe's wedding. Joe's best man, his partner, John Williams, stands up to make a toast.
I've been working with Joe for a lot of years, and believe me, we have seen it all. One thing that I never thought I'd see was this old bachelor finally tying the knot. But as soon as I met Guadalupe, I knew she was the one for Joe. I think I even knew before he knew. Everybody, please raise your glasses to Joe and Guadalupe. May you have the lifetime of happiness together.
The crowd cheers and everyone drinks. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, John. Thanks also for offering to watch Jonny while we go on our honeymoon.
Yes, and beautiful Acapulco.
Crowd cheers again.
Yay!
Interior, lobby, Ambassador Hotel, night. Joe smokes a cigar with his best man.
This is great, man. You're a lucky guy.
I know. It's just...
What?
I can't believe Johnny's killer is still walking free.
You have got to forget about that, Joe.
I know.
No, you really have to forget about that. If you keep thinking about it, you're going to go crazy, man. It's over. There's nothing we can do about it. Enjoy your life. You deserve it.
Thanks, John. Doesn't help that my partner has the same name as my dead brother. Kind of a constant reminder.
Don't you think I haven't thought about that? You haven't been strong. You've been strong through this whole ordeal. Don't let it destroy you. You've got too much to lose, pal.
You're right.
Now get back in there and dance with your beautiful bride.
Can I finish my stogie first?
You bet.
Mr. Lasko walks by out of the blue.
What the Lasko?
There you are. Just the man I wanted to see.
Me. What do you want with me?
I just wanted to congratulate you, that's all. I was in Vegas checking on my businesses out there, and I heard that you were getting hitched.
You flew all the way out here to pay your respects.
Joe, believe it or not, I'm not the bad guy you think I am.
Not what I heard.
This must be your partner.
Yep. John Williams, meet Mitchell Lasko.
Yeah, well, like I've told you before, I never liked cops, but you're okay.
All right, well, you better scram before anyone else in the department sees me with you. It just wouldn't look good, you know what I mean?
Not to worry. Happy to do it. Say, did you ever find Johnny's killer?
Nope. Still a mystery.
Well, I'm still looking too. You'll know if I find him.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm just saying. Jonny deserved better.
He sure did.
All right, Lasko, hit the bricks.
I'm leaving. For Joe's sake, not for you, copper.
We're both cops, remember?
Lasko pats Jonny on the cheek.
Sometimes I forget. You look so much like your brother. Take care, Joe.
Lasko walks out. Jonny looks at Joe as if he might have something to tell him. Joe goes to the ashtray and puts his cigar out.
I'm heading back inside. You coming?
I'm right behind you.
Exterior, Acapulco Airport day. Joe and Guadalupe are collecting their luggage after a long flight. Guadalupe pulls out a cigarette and a Mexican worker lights it for her.
Gracias.
Joe walks up with the bag in each hand.
Okay, I have everything. Let's head to town.
The taxi pulls up, puts their luggage in the truck as they both hop in the back seat. The taxi driver hops in.
Where to?
Hotel El Mirador.
Muy bien, señor.
And hurry, please. We're on our honeymoon.
Guadalupe takes Joe's hat and covers his face with it while they sneak a kiss. We see the taxi pull up in front of the El Mirador Hotel. Exterior, Cayete Beach day. Joe and Guadalupe walk along the beach barefoot, holding hands and dipping their feet in the water.
This is nice.
Yeah. It's nice to enjoy this together. You know, there's a lot I still don't know about you.
Like what?
I don't know. You're so secretive about your family, your childhood, all that stuff. You didn't even invite your family to our wedding.
I told you, Joe, I would put them in danger.
I know. I just want to know everything about you.
I love you. That's all you need to know.
No. I need to know more than that. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Okay, well, 3 brothers, 1 sister. I'm right in the middle.
Big family.
A Catholic. Everybody in Cuba has a big family.
So what was it like growing up? Did you have a happy childhood?
I really don't want to talk about it. My future, you are my future now. And Los Angeles is my home. I'd like to put Havana behind me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just asking you these things because I love you, you know.
I know. Let's just enjoy the present, okay? Let the past be the past.
All right. Whatever you say.
That's right. Whatever I say. In the streets, you're on the show. At home,
you're the boss.
They continue walking. Joe is still visibly concerned at Guadalupe's secrecy. Interior, honeymoon suite, El Mirador Hotel day. Joe and Guadalupe are lying in bed.
I think I'm gonna run and get a pack of smokes. Do you want anything?
Just you, Cariño. Don't take too long.
Don't worry. I should just be a few minutes. I love you.
I love you too.
Interior, gift shop, El Mirador Hotel day. Joe grabs a pack of cigarettes and gets in line to pay. Various newspapers, both local and international, are displayed at the front counter. Joe sees a picture of Federico Marquez on the cover of one of the newspapers. He grabs it, and it's his turn to pay. A young lady is working at the cashier.
Do you speak English?
Yes, of course.
Can you please tell me what this article says?
It says that Federico Marquez, Cuban diplomat, is visiting Acapulco on holiday.
Does it say where he's staying?
He's staying here, sir, at El Mirador.
Really?
Of course. We are the best hotel in town.
Joe lays a couple of dollars down on the counter.
Thank you.
Joe quickly walks out of the store.
Sir, this is too much money.
Interior, El Mirador Hotel lobby day. Carlos, 25, is manning the front desk. Joe approaches.
Sí, señor.
You speak English?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I hear that Federico Marquez is staying here. Can you tell me which room he's in?
We normally don't give out that information, but I don't see the harm. He's in the penthouse.
Joe nods. You can see that he's deep in thought.
Thanks. Gracias.
De nada.
Joe turns to leave, but then he turns back around suddenly. He pulls out a $50 bill and holds it up to the front. Carlos. Carlos' eyes pop out of his head.
Do you think you could do me a favor?
Sure. What do you need, sir?
Joe close and whispers to Carlos.
I need to know if there's a way into the penthouse. Maybe a side entrance?
There is no side entrance, but if you go onto the roof, you can jump down onto the balcony.
Great. How do I get to the roof?
Carlos points to the side door.
Those stairs there, sir.
Joe hands Carlos the money.
Thanks. Oh, and let's keep us between us, yes?
Yes, sir.
Interior honeymoon suite El Mirador hotel night. Joe and Guadalupe are lying in the dark together. Joe thinks Guadalupe is sleeping and tries to sneak out of bed.
Where are you going, cariño?
Joe leans in and kisses Guadalupe on the cheek.
I can't sleep. I think I'm going to take a walk on the beach.
Okay, be careful, sweetheart.
I will. I'll be back in just a bit.
Joe quickly throws on his clothes in the dark and steps out of the room. Tight shot of Guadalupe's face in the moonlight from the window. She's worried. Interior, penthouse, El Mirador hotel night. Federico Marquez is just arriving with his bodyguard. The bodyguard, 30, a heavy-set Cuban in an expensive suit, turns on the lights first and looks around the room. Marquez enters, smoking a cigar and holding a drink.
¿Algo más, señor Márquez?
No, estoy bien. Vete a dormir. Despierta de mañana a las 6.
Sí, señor. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
The bodyguard leaves the room. Marquez loosens his tie, sits down, and takes off his boots. He starts massaging his feet. Joe steps out from behind the curtains holding a pistol.
¿Qué carajo es esto?
Marquez starts to reach for his gun, but Joe draws on him.
Don't move, you son of a bitch.
What is this? Who sent you?
Sent me? Who sent me? John Mallows, that's who.
John Mallows? John Mallows is dead.
That's right, because you killed him.
I didn't kill John. I knew John. We were friends. Hell, we shared everything, including women.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We both went out with the same girl. What's the matter? You need me to draw a picture?
You weren't jealous of John.
Jealous? Please. I introduced him to Guadalupe. John was my compadre. We always got together for drinks and cigars at the end of the day.
So if this is true, do you know what happened to John?
Sure. It was that bitch.
Joe puts the gun up to Marquez's head.
Watch what you say or I'll blow your head off, I swear to God.
You want the truth, right? Well, that's the truth.
What's the truth?
Guadalupe was dating both of us, like I said anyway. She got pregnant. I think she was trying to the whole time.
Go on.
She wanted to squeeze both of us for money. She went to me first and she said she was pregnant with my baby and I would have to pay her. I laughed in her face.
Joe is doing everything in his power to keep from shooting Marquez right there. You can tell what he's saying is cutting deep into Joe's psyche.
What happened next?
She left, crying, telling me I'd pay. She got to the papers, to my wife, all kinds of threats. My wife knew about her and the newspapers in Havana knew better than to print a story like that. So I wasn't worried for myself.
And?
I called Jonny to tell him what happened. I had a feeling that she was headed to his place next to put the squeeze on him. And this girl was on a mission to get paid. Madre mia.
What did Jonny say?
He said he wasn't worried and he'd be ready for her, but he wasn't going to pay her a dime either. And that was the last time I spoke to him. I'm sure that bitch thought he'd be taking her home to the States, and when he didn't, she lost control.
Oh, Jonny. Wait, if you didn't kill Jonny, why did you send those thugs after me?
Thugs? I don't know what you mean.
Come on, the 3 guys that attacked me and my friend Angel on the street in Havana.
You didn't happen to catch their names, did you? Maybe Ismael, Rafael, Carlitos?
Carlitos, yes.
Those are Guadalupe's brothers.
And my room at the Habana Riviera?
You had the room that was blown up?
Yeah.
That was Max's terrorists. You just got unlucky there.
Joe puts his head in his hands. Marquez leans towards him.
You were a friend of Jonny?
He was my brother.
Ah, you are Joe. Joe, you told me about you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, I'm sure.
Do you want something to drink?
Marquez fills a glass with ice and pours Joe a rum and coke. He hands him the glass. Joe takes a sip.
This is rum and coke, right?
That's right, your brother's favorite drink. He always liked it with a twist of lime. But we don't have that tonight, amigo.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It was your brother. How could you know it?
I'll leave you to your night. Thanks for the drink.
Joe, he loves you, you know.
I know.
Interior, honeymoon suite, El Mirador Hotel night. Joe walks in. Guadalupe is sitting up, staring forward in the dark. Joe turns on the light.
I know what happened.
I figured you would. It was just a matter of time. Just know that.
She turns to him. She sees a pistol hidden under her left hand that she brings up to her head.
I always loved you.
She pulls the trigger as Joe runs towards her. We see her fall back onto the bed dead. Joe stands above her, sobbing.
Guadalupe! Guadalupe! Oh, God.
Exterior, Forest Lawn Cemetery day. Joe stands with little Jonny in front of him as they lower Guadalupe's casket into the ground. His partner, John Williams, stands by his side with one hand on his shoulder.
Daddy, will I ever see Mommy again?
Someday, Johnny. Someday.
Joe kneels down and hugs Jonny close to him. He stands up, picks up Jonny, and starts to walk back towards the car with John by his side.
So sorry about this, Joe. What a terrible thing.
Yeah. On one hand, how can I not hate her for what she did to Johnny?
Right.
On the other hand, she gave me this little guy.
Exterior, Joe's house day. Joe goes into the mailbox and picks up the mail. There's a letter from Cuba, from Comandante Gomez. Interior, house day. Joe sits on the couch reading Comandante Gomez's letter.
Dear Mr. Mallows, I understand that you cracked the case. For this, I congratulate you. I wish that I could have done more to help you solve your brother's murder, but as you know, there were forces at work that impeded my investigation. I wish you all the best of luck with your career in police work, and I hope to see you again someday under better circumstances. Saludes. Comandante Alfredo Gomez.
First name was Alfredo, huh?
Jonny runs up and Joe and jumps into his lap.
What you reading, Daddy?
Letter from an old friend.
An old friend?
Yep. Maybe I'll introduce you to him someday. You feel like going to the movies?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
The phone rings. Joe picks it up.
Hello? Hey, Joe, you're in town? Great. Feel like catching a movie?
Montage, stock footage of Batista, then Fidel Castro, and Che Guevara around the revolution.
I always planned on going back to that sunny little island where it all began, but what can I say? History got in the way. Well, I'll always have Johnny as my souvenir of my trip to Cuba. Maybe he'll get a chance to check it out someday.
The end.